What's going on, guys? It's Chad. Back here on some more Call of Duty, man. People really thought I was about to go back and try to finish my level 1 run over on Elden Ring. Maybe one day. I mean, I'm halfway through the DLC. I think I have to kill the Putrescent Knight. I have to kill Matir. I have to kill Bale. I have to kill Radon. I think that's it. Did I kill Ramana? Can't remember. At the moment, I'm still in the middle of doing this camo grind here. Basically, all I have left at this point is to finish out these marksman rifles. Boom, boom, these two. Realistically, I could do it today. Then I could just do 3 sniper rifles, which is the Cat AMR, longbow, and the inhibitor. And then I just have to do the melees. I think I just have to do the karambit and the gutter knife. Ah, man, that's 1,000 kills on melees only. That's gonna be brutal. And maybe it won't be that bad. UFC event last night was fun. Sorry I haven't been putting my picks or anything out there. It's just, you know, fighting and predictions and shit like that have been, I mean, it's one of the hardest things to predict, honestly. It's not the same as trying to predict who's gonna win a basketball game or a football game or whatever. Statistically speaking, so much more can happen in fight. I can make educated guesses. It doesn't mean that it's gonna happen, though. Dude, after playing MW2 yesterday, we have it so good with MW3, it's not even close. Alright, that challenge is done. I can't believe there are people that actually dislike this game. This game is great. I understand that it's like a copy and paste or whatever. People got sick of it. It is that game just improved in every single... I couldn't actually name one thing that MW2 did better than MW3. What is this weird display bug right here? 38 out of 36 forged camo challenges. I hope the guy that made this comprehensive spreadsheet that I've been using the entire year... Actually, I've been using it for 2 years. I hope the guy that made it makes one for Black Ops 6. What is this?
I won't let anyone else die under my watch.
Dude, this is some of the most cursed shit I've ever seen in my life. What is this supposed to be? It's got bones with like an inflatable thing around it. What is this supposed to be? What the fuck? Dude, I'm so excited too with all of the shipment variants coming out. They're just gonna have a shipment 24/7 playlist. Even though I don't hate this whole small mosh pit. I know for a fact that they'll have a playlist with all of the different shipments and that's it. It's gonna be so good. It's like a refreshing shipment playlist. They've done the impossible. The nice thing about Black Ops 6, you already know the maps are all pretty small. Don't have to worry about, you know, dodging a lot of the large maps and shit like a lot of the other games. Map voting helps already in general, but not even having a chance to get those maps is great. I saw that one of my quotes ended up on Reddit at one point. There were a few people replying to it saying things like, you know, the small map brain rot has gotten to people or whatever, but it is the truth though. Like, whenever you have map voting, they know for a fact that 9 times out of 10, large map is not going to be voted. It's just, that's how it is. The majority prefers smaller maps. That's how it is. They should do everything in their power to maximize every single thing that everybody enjoys about the game. The majority likes something that makes sense anyway. You should probably go all in on it. It's a video game. You're trying your best to get as much engagement as possible. People burn out regardless of whether they're on small maps or large maps. It doesn't really matter. I saw some people trying to make the argument for burnout.
What the fuck? I just got...
Dude, the people that go on the top of Rust are literally the worst players in the world.
This whole time my headset was off.
Dude, I'm killing these people so often that they're straight up, like, I can hear their comms regularly. Really hope that it wasn't intentional for them to remove the after-game chat. It just seems odd to me. You can hear them in-game during the hostage thing, which would encourage a lot more toxic shit, I'm just saying. The clips I've seen were insane. Makes no sense to leave that in the game, but I can't talk to people after the game? I don't know, it's odd to me.
Oh, my guy just spawning in and I'm getting murdered. Fucking camping pussies.
I was gonna say, no one wants to move around on Rust, man. Rust sucks ass. It really does, though. I'll take Rust over no small map at all, but if there's any other alternative, I'm not doing Rust, man. The way that the map is, the way that everybody has to play on the outside, and the center of it is just a tower, it's... You get DQ'd in 1v1s for going up top. Shit's corny. That's how it was back on the top 50 NA and the 1v1 leaderboards and shit like that. You weren't allowed to go up top on Rust. It's mostly because the spawns are just that bad, to where if the person has control of the top, it's like, first of all, obviously you have the high ground, right? Naturally, you got way more cover also on the high ground, but then also 2 out of like the 4 spawns straight up spawn you in the open. Cowboys got stomped. That was really nice. I woke up late, game was already over. The issue is I'm staying up until like 8, 9 a.m. every single day and I haven't been able to fix it. Also, does anybody know what the Game of the Year nominees are going to be? I'm seeing a lot of people, you know, have guesses or whatever, but we don't have an official list yet, right? I want to go and play at least a few hours of each of the Game of the Year contenders, whatever they may be. I'm almost positive that Astrobot and the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth or whatever are going to 100% be on the list. Just looking at reviews and how everybody mentions it, oh, those are two games that I absolutely have to play. Now, even though my game of the year is Shadow of the Erdtree, I'm completely aware that DLC cannot win. Astrobot seems pretty straightforward, the gameplay I've seen. I don't know how to explain the vibe of the game. Like, it's obviously made for like a younger audience overall, but it kind of, just looking at the colors and shit, you know what it reminds me of? Got that sparkle. Kind of gave me these feelings that Super Mario Sunshine did. That shit came out when I was a kid, and I remember looking at it and being like, wow, this game is beautiful. I feel like I'll enjoy Astrobot, to be honest. Crazy to think a game like that, that's like super simple, could win Game of the Year, but Astrobot, Final Fantasy are locks. Then I'm hearing Space Marine, and I'm hearing Wukong. Like a Dragon? What else? Do they have to hit like a certain threshold on like ratings and shit in order to be nominated? Or can something that's like an 8.0 still manage to get on the list? Or do they have to all be like 9 pluses? Because personally, so far, I mean, Shadow of the Erdtree has higher ratings than some of these full games. So, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm enjoying playing a lot of these different games, even if it doesn't mean that I'm gonna go and make an entire series on this shit. I'm happy to know, like, whenever I go and pick a game of the year and I vote for it, I know for a fact it is for sure the best. I mean, sure, it's still gonna be a subjective list, but I want to not be ignorant, and I want to be able to actually play the other ones so I know what they fully have to offer. Like, for me, I'm not a giant Final Fantasy guy, but maybe Final Fantasy VII could be great. Do I have to play the other Final Fantasy to know what's going on in this one? I mean, ultimately, a story alone is not going to get me to pick a game of the year anyway, so even if I'm confused about the story, whatever. Final Fantasy I played the most in total is Final Fantasy XIV. I have hundreds of hours on that, but it's because it's an MMO. I enjoy the classic MMO setup, the trifecta and all that other shit. Tank classes, healing classes, DPS classes. Go and do raids and shit. That's what I like. That's what made me play it for that long in general. I personally don't really like the old school style overall of like the UI on Final Fantasy games. I know that they try to keep it classic or whatever, but I just think it doesn't match, you know, what the game looks like in general. But again, I'm not a big Final Fantasy fan, so what I'm saying doesn't matter. That said, hey, maybe Rebirth is so good that I'll change my mind on it. I mean, during the one game of the year, I played Spider-Man, I played Elden Ring. I mean, it wasn't even fucking close. I can't believe people got upset about Spider-Man not winning. Spider-Man's cool, but like, that's it. The Elden Ring experience is genuinely life-changing. You feel like a stronger person after beating it, which is ironic too, considering, you know, you're a superhero as well. But my teammate popped the fuck off, 154. What's crazy is I get more kills on Das House than I do over on Shipment on this game. It's really odd. It's not entirely odd. I mean, even over on Vanguard, my highest kill games of all time all happened over on Vanguard, specifically in hardcore Das House, because of the way that the spawns were and everything, and the lines of sights and the way that they work. Incredible. I got multiple 200 plus kill gameplays. Yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section about, you know, the game of the year stuff. I know that Elden Ring can't win, so I'm gonna have to decide, you know, whatever it is. I wish that we had a solid list. I don't know when the list is gonna drop, and when it does, I'm gonna go and try to make at least one video on each and every single game on that list. It's usually out of like 4 games, right? Is it 4, 5, or 6 games? I'm pretty sure that it's 4 games. I could be wrong though. Can they extend the amount of Game of the Year nominees, or is it only a certain amount of them? What if they got like multiple 90 pluses, 9 out of 10s across the board? Say that there was like 7 of them. Some of them just not meet the threshold. What is the threshold? Who picks that? Do we vote for the nominees? We'll find out. But yes, that does mean that I'll probably have like an Astrobot video. I'll probably do a Final Fantasy video. Maybe not. I'm definitely going to at least play them myself, so I don't feel ignorant whenever I'm voting here. Honestly, I'm looking forward to it. Also, God of War Ragnarok comes out in a few days on PC. I think I'm gonna make a video on that as well. Probably not a series. That game is like fucking 40 hours. Wukong was as well, but it's just Wukong's way more my style of game than God of War. No offense. I like God of War. I like the universe of God of War. I'm a bigger fan of the older games personally. One of my favorite videos I ever made was my first God of War video back in whatever it was, 2018 or whenever that came out. Santa Monica Studios replied to me and left comments and tweeted at me and everything. So hopefully the intro to Ragnarok is like really strong and has a lot of like cool hype moments within like the first hour of gameplay. I imagine it does. If I remember the scenes that I've seen from people, it definitely does within the first hour. So I'll go and make a video on Ragnarok. I think Final Fantasy 16 PC comes out as well in a couple days as well, but I don't know if I'm gonna make a video on that. The Modern Warfare 3 new season starts in, well, that says 2 days. It starts on the 18th. So yeah, we got a bunch we can do leading up to Black Ops 6, thankfully.